Hello.
You on?
We are live.
This is the,
There we go. Go here. My channel. Hello, Spastic Pug, John C., Stanley, and Fundian, and Thomas R., and Robert White. Hello. So here's something awesome. Wife is back. My wife is reading comments. Say hi, wife.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hello.
She is back reading comments. Because, well, the family has gone back home. Happy Father's Day to any fathers out there. Is that tomorrow? That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Today is the summer solstice.
Today is the summer solstice.
Do you know what that means?
It means today is the longest day of summer.
And what happens tomorrow?
I get to sleep in.
That's true.
Yes!
But you also, the days begin to get shorter.
So I better go fishing now. Wow. I gotta go, guys. Wife said it's time to go fishing. All right, so I have some shop odds and ends stuff to do. You ever just get so busy and you have so many things to do, but I want to nibble to death by ducks tonight. I want to like knock out a bunch of things that are sitting there that they're in line, but I haven't done them. So yeah.
What about it, what you're wearing?
Oh, my colorful Stiltby shirt came in. That's right.
Show the back.
Yes. So.
Explain where the orange comes from, because now they're like, where did we miss the orange?
Well, if you go to the Stiltby Studios Teespring, or on YouTube, you can look at the Stiltby Studios store on YouTube. Go to the Teespring store. The Stiltby shirt comes in many colors. Many colors. I like color, so I got a bunch of different color shirts for moi. Yeah. Okay. Any questions there, wife?
Yes, is Alan, what was the name of that mask I saw on Facebook? The one with the crazy teeth?
We have not named that mask yet. I don't know. It is inspired by the movie The Thing. That is the inspiration for that mask. I sculpted it last Thursday. No, two Wednesdays ago I sculpted that. And tomorrow is Moldapalooza. And I'm going to mold 1, 2, 3, 4 masks. Going to mold 4 masks tomorrow. They're all half mask molds, so I should be able to do that in an 8-hour period.
I'm glad they're seeing your shirt clean.
They are seeing my shirt clean. Now appearing clean for the last time. Alan Hopkins, Stiltby Studios
The
shirt.
first and last time. Are you going to name them all?
Name all my masks?
Your sculpts.
Yeah, they have to get named.
Lisa said that's a lot of plastic.
It is a lot of plaster.
Mike's Haunted Woodworks says good morning.
Hello, Mike's Haunted Woodworks.
Michelle
Good
Schultz
morning.
says, see, I'm just going to hold off ordering for a bit. So much new cool stuff is coming out.
There's a lot of cool new stuff. Yeah, there is. And I have so many different projects that I come in here and I kind of wander in circles unless I am focused. So by golly, I'm focused. You know I'm serious because I said by golly in front of it.
Hello, Psycho Axe Man. So we've got lots of folks on tonight. Christopher Lisette, Ross Reichert, Rob O'Brien, Rachel Powell, Thomas R., Scott Creighton, Chad Smith, Chris Holland,
Hello.
Scott Creighton, Robert White, Psycho Axeman, James Minnick, James Kelly, Mr. Spidey.
Haven't seen Mr. Spidey on in a while.
Greetings, everyone. Happy Saturday. Happy summer solstice. Longest day of the year.
So the first nibbled to death by a duck item is going to be, I'm going to foam fill a Frankenstein mask. It's for an order. So,
Mike's Haunted Woodworks. Quick question. I need a pair of boots for my favorite zombie cowboy. You know the one. They will be stilt covers. Any suggestions?
yes. Yes. Hang on. These are the stilt covers that I do, like that. They could easily be decorated to be more cowboyish, or just change this bit. It's a tube that is measured to fit around the stilt bottom. The foot plate still goes here, and the foot plate of the stilt sticks out here and here, so that this actually hovers about 3/4 of an inch off the ground. But that's safest for the walker. And then these Velcro on is how we do it. These Velcro on around the stilt. So, there you go. And then these could easily be decorated to look like cowboy boots. EVA foam.
One step closer to Halloween. From Irvin Moeller, happy winter solstice from Australia.
Hooray! Happy
That's
winter
awesome.
solstice in Australia. Very cool. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 things to mold tomorrow.
That's a lot. Rachel Powell says, feels like it. My in-laws are visiting, and my niece ran away last night from my house. We got her back safely, but not the way I wanted to wake up. And then helped my friend fix his motorcycle. Rachel, you need a drink.
Awesome. I'm prepping the area where I'm going to foam fill this spring.
Mike says, since you're on, can I come over Monday and hang out with Stan?
What?
Skolberg. Since you're on.
Yeah, that's fine. Come on over Monday. Sure. I don't think I've ever said, like, no, it's not a good time. You know, I don't think I've ever done that. I need a shop cleaning day in the worst possible way.
Can you just have one of those?
I did. Shop cleaning days don't hold. It's not like a one and done thing, sadly.
From a distance, I keep thinking your glasses are a hairnet.
Well, that's fine too. We try to maintain proper safety and sanitation standards here.
Hello, cobwebs.
Hello, cobwebs. So cobwebs, it's funny that you mentioned on the YouTube video of making sculpting tools, you said, I'm too lazy, I just buy them. Well, a few days before I made that video, I bought some from Ken's Tools and they showed up yesterday. So I have a whole bunch of new Ken's Tools sculpting tools. Okay.
Hello, Joanne Crowley.
Here is said Frankenstein.
Love the gator video. CNC. I missed a. Gosh, y'all, I've been so out off of line. Cobwebs must have uploaded a new video. I haven't had a chance to see
I
it.
saw pictures. I haven't seen the
okay.
video yet. As I too have had.
I love the wolf chilling with ear protection.
Well, we were blowing up some baby hands earlier in the shop. We were exploding some children's hands for a project, and we needed the ear protection available. Yeah.
John C. I don't know. John, at the top of your chat, see where it says top chat? I always have it on live chat. So at the very top of your chat, like gives you that drop down menu. Try live chat and see if that fixes the problem for you. That always works for me.
Okay. Scale. Whoa.
John, I don't know. I don't
Maybe they blocked you.
have an answer.
Maybe they blocked you. You don't change your ways. Trying to teach you a valuable lesson.
Hello, Linda Forbes. Hello, Michael Lassiter.
All right. So this foam. $50A to $100B by weight. $50A to $100B by weight. A, B. So it's half. Right? That's what they're saying. It's half. 50A to 100B. Yeah. Zero to scale.
Hello, Happening Mojo. We have 50 people watching.
I'm just going to go to 300 on B. Okay, so it's 50A to 50A to 100B. And I put in 300. So I got to put in 150 of this, meaning I'll pour this in until it hits 450. Yes, math.
Jim BDI Brad Kennedy says, I hear dog snorts.
Yeah, they fight.
Robert White says, Alan, Cyclops looks great.
Thank you.
Crafty UK says, good morning.
Ooh, looking good.
Hey! That's enough of that. That's enough of that.
Haha, you got yelled at by mama.
gotcha.
Phew. Okay. All right, 450. Stir stick, very important to have that ahead of time. Gloves, you want to have gloves. Okay. The dogs smell especially like dogs this evening.
HBK Style says, good thing you're on tonight because I'm bored. This literally makes my Saturday night.
This is how we roll right here. This is how we party on Saturday night. The Still Beef Shop. Okay. Here we go. Mask behind me. The hills are alive
Sound of doggos.
with the sound of the doggos. Sploosh.
Every time Alan says hello like that, it reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire.
That is why I say it that way.
Hello from Flagstaff, Arizona. A great way to spend a Saturday night. That is Matthew Lee.
That's right. It's how we party.
You guys see? Have they seen it fill up before?
Yeah, they've seen it. And I'm actually leaving it on its head so the head stays flat. This stuff will puff out a little bit. It's going to take the path of least resistance. I may have given it exactly the right amount of foam. We'll see.
Alan, what size eyes do you buy for your masks?
I buy a number of different sized eyes. Boy. 30 millimeter is good. 26 millimeter is good.
Good evening, Dan Miles. Laura Kirchable says, I dig these Saturday parties.
Woo!
Michelle says, I agree on the Saturday night. Opened up the house for the paranormal team. Said, lock the door, and then you're done. And headed home hoping you would be on.
Hooray! Look at that, I'm on.
Chad Smith says, I can't imagine it is cost effective, but in what scenario would you slush in a foam in a froth and pour out the excess?
Well, just see, this foam doesn't work that way because if you poured out the excess, it would still just rise. So the only way to do it effectively. Hold on a second. Let me get my hand a bit. Okay, go on. Hey, go on. Reloading bastage. He's just hoping it's food. I just want to watch this to make sure that it does right and doesn't puff out too much. Yeah, you really would not pour in and pour out foam because you just wouldn't. That's not how that works. If you mix it, it's going to rise.
Say hello to Jerry Collins.
Hello, Jerry Collins.
Jerry said, hello, Alan, and whomever.
Well, I don't blame him. I understand his possible confusion. Okay, so now we have a foam-filled Frankenstein head. I'm not going to do near as much, but I have to do another batch. So I'm going to put it back in here because the back of the head needs a little bit of love. See that? And I want to fill out this stump a little more. It's all fun and games so you don't fill out your stump. Okay. Got myself another mixing container. We're going to do another round. Wife, it's good to have you in the shop.
It's good to be in the shop. I've missed it. To be in there working and I wondering how things were going.
They were going terrible without you in here with me.
Don't think that's true. Hello, Finny 2.0.
Hello, Finny.
Says, it's been a while. Any chance we get a scary story time tonight?
You know what? Let me prep for scary story time. Maybe we can do that tomorrow. But I want to make sure I can find some good stories. So ones I at least know how they go. Last time I did that, I was really winging it.
I know it's been asked, but I forgot what was the name of the taxidermy shop you buy from.
Van Dykes. VAN space DYKES.
Hello, Stacy. Ooh,
Hello,
Michelle, that
Stacy.
sounds good job. Michelle, in our house, we call that coffee plus. Well, I'm the only one who drinks coffee in our house. So, yeah, she's having coffee with Bailey's.
Hooray!
Coffee plus.
All right. 200, 50A to 100B. So I got to put in 100 of this.
Michael laughs. Shannon, I'm glad you're back. When you're not around, Alan is so disorganized and whiny.
It's true. He ain't wrong. I'm not even mad, bro. Not even mad. I get it. I see how it is. It's a little humid out today. Humidity is not the best time to do foam.
Scary Father's Day story, says Robert White. Happy Father's Day, everyone. John C. says Stacy is super cool.
She is indeed.
Chad Smith got a phone call and missed the answer to his question, so I'm going to read it to you again.
Okay.
I can't imagine it cost effective, but in what scenario would you slush in the foam in a prop and pour out the excess?
Only if you wanted a thin skin of foam. It's not cost effective because the foam is going to rise anyway. And just mix up less and then do kind of do a little swirly swirl, almost like your roto casting. There we go. Now I can see this guy a little better. Wonderful. That guy is foam filled. Now, move on to project number 2. See how we're setting them up, knocking them down. Scissors. Scissor it up, knock them down. These doggos are cuttered out. Okay. My next project is Rodney on?
I have not seen Rodney. Rodney Pope, are you on?
This is a mask that Rodney Pope made. It's his skull that he did. I'm going to trim it and paint it.
Is the foam from Brick in the Yard, and is that foam from Brick in the Yard, and what type is it?
Yes. Okay. That is from Biddy Mold Supply, and it is TC-266. TC-266. 3 to 5 pound variable density flexible foam. TC-266.
Rob O'Brien says that is a nice, clean skull.
It is. It's beautiful. His castings are clean. Makes me sick. Mine don't look this good. I'd say it makes me angry. You see how angry I am. I'm seething. So we're going to trim this guy up.
Hello, Scott Colhart.
Hello, Scott.
People watching. Hello, Happening Mojo. Is that foam more economical than post foam?
It's flexible, so it's a different animal. Like I wouldn't even compare it. The cost, it's maybe a little more expensive, considering volume, but the post foam is rigid and this foam is flexible. Now I could use rigid foam in that. I could have done it with that, yes. But I wanted to be able to do it and leave it. And that because the foam that I got from Biddy sets up in 5 minutes, it's a faster work time. It's a faster finish time. Okay, now Rodney did not put any kind of an indication for how to trim the eyes. None. I don't know. We're going to have to wing it.
Do you plan to mold the Cyclops this week?
I'm molding him tomorrow. Cyclops is ready to mold. Tomorrow, we're going to have Moldapalooza. I'm going to go live, possibly 10 hours tomorrow, because I'm going to mold up a Warthog, the Cyclops, the Thing monster sculpt, and the Farmer. I'm going to mold all of those tomorrow. The farmer who is not named Old McFondled. That will not be his name.
I don't see Ezekiel on it. A mouth or two?
What?
A mouth or two.
No, that's not finished yet. That won't be finished until I'm going to let Allie finish it, or at least start to finish it. Maybe we'll see. I'm going to talk to Allie tomorrow, and then I'll know her schedule to see if I'm finishing it up or if she is. She feels committed, but
I need more work on my molds so my castings come out a bit more clean. They end up looking good, but a bit of cleanup work goes into it, says Chance.
yeah, that happens. Now, a lot of folks don't know this, but he recently sent me a Wolfman. It's beautiful. If you want some notes, I can give you some notes on it, but that's a solid, that is a good mask. That is a Wolfman mask that I am happy to own.
Cobweb says, yeah, he will always be Old McFondled in our hearts.
Okay.
Warren is calling dibs on the first finished Cyclops mask.
Okay.
Did you show the pool for Hammer Time?
No, I don't have a pull from Hammer Time yet. One would have to pour Hammer Time. I don't have room for them. I don't have room for a pulled Hammer Time mask. That thing is massive. No one has purchased one, so I'm not in a rush to get one knocked out. So the mold is done, and he's going to sit for a little while, and I'll pour him up eventually.
Warren says, unless Alan wants to keep the first Cyclops mask.
No, well, if the first pull comes out good, you can get it. If it does not come out good, then I'll keep it and adjust. Often the first pull of a mask teaches you how to pour up that mask.
Sometimes they come out.
Yeah, sometimes they come out just fine. Like the first pull of Karen came out great. Beautiful pull. So laying the mask down, I was able to etch a line around the eyes that I'm happy and comfortable with. And now I cut it. I do have plans on making a full Cyclops costume.
Yes, Rob, that is Jonesy. He has opinions this evening. He has decided to come in and express them. There's always pets in the shop. Alan, I just wanted to thank you for getting me back into mask making during the shutdown. Nicholas Richard.
That's awesome. What have you made?
Chad Smith says, thank you so much. That means a lot coming from you. Yes, notes, please.
Okay, well, I'll go, once I get this trimmed, I'll go grab it and we can talk about it. It's a good mask. Anything is just to make the next one better. 30 what?
Third Degree says, I want a horn on my Cyclops mask, though, going full Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah, yeah. You can tell it's got some major Harryhausen vibes happening.
Ezekiel, hello.
Hello, sir.
Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, well, crap, trying to make stilt boots and just now found out I'm out of Weldwood contact cement. Guess I'll continue this tomorrow.
Yeah, that's pretty essential for any kind of EVA work.
Nicholas Blitzer says, I've actually sculpted a skull that I was really proud of. I used the wrong plaster and I ruined it.
Did you use plaster of Paris?
He said yes.
Shame on you.
That was really good.
Is this a good mask?
Well, it's so smooth.
Yeah. What head form did you sculpt this on?
That's Rodney Post. He's not on.
What? Oh, that's right. Yeah. I want to find out what head form he sculpted this
I'm
on.
watching for it, but I don't
Because
see
it seems it's a little smaller. Okay, what I just did, a blind cut from the inside of the mask. Don't ever do that. Unless you've trimmed like 5,000 masks, then it's probably okay.
Yes, Stacy. Jonesy is in the house tonight. La Branche.
Okay. And I'm not going to cut anything out there, and he decided not to go with ear holes. I don't like these hard corners on these guys. So cut that down.
Jones, that's my chair.
Okay. This mask is now trimmed. Let's talk about Chad Wolfman. So, first of all, look at that beautiful sculpture. That's a good-looking Wolfman. I like the teeth. I like the distribution of sharp teeth is very nice. It's a good, believable mouth. The ears are actually pretty darn good. You know, that's a good ear. It's a good werewolf ear. And again, on the other side, good werewolf ear. I think you had a little bit of a fizzle out here. I think that's just a molding, a pull issue. But beautiful, beautiful work. I really like the fact that you have like some indented flappage right there on the nose. So it's kind of a mix of a human nose and a dog nose. That's really nice. So now let's get into what could have been different on it. You have a mandible, but your jawbone is not very pronounced. See how this is, most jaws will come down and then kick forward. You have more of a hard 45, shoo, coming straight down off of here. If this came down a little more and then kicked in, that'd be a more believable jaw, and it would look like he had more bite force, which is what you want in a big predator, like a wolfman. Here we go. There we go. Let's come over here. Another thing that I would recommend, so I mentioned the jaw and how it would be nicer if it came down and then over. It would look like he had a stronger bite. This is not a very strong jaw. And the ears are very good. And they're also tilted back correctly. A lot of people do ears straight up and down, but the ears are tilted back a good 15, 20 degrees. They're not straight up and down on the head. That's something that I do wrong quite a bit. I would also like to see your mouth, which is very well sculpted, wider. And maybe this was a design choice from a canine mouth to a human mouth. Maybe that was it. But to me, that's just a smaller mouth. Most mouths, let me grab some visual aids here. Your pupils down hit the corners of your mouth. See how that works? So your mouth is just about as wide as your pupils in your eyes. So if I do that on him, he's going to fit well within, and I've got plenty of room to spare. And I would just, if anything, I want my mouths on masks to be a little bigger, because that makes, to me, the bite force is scarier. For trimming purposes, I don't like nostrils you can see straight into, because if you cut that, then you're going to see the actor's nose or whatever. I prefer to have an angle to my nostril so that when a guest is straight in front of it, they're not going to see through. Now, that's not a sculptural note, that's a mask making note for a performer in a haunted attraction or someone who's going to wear it. If you're making collector's masks, then that's not a big deal. I want to say, I've seen a lot of your work. This is the best thing I've ever seen from you. You handled this forehead area very well. Maybe this could be raked out a little bit more in here. It's a hair tool marky, but not much. Over here, very nice mix of creases and raised areas that are almost vein-like. So I wouldn't mind seeing these become, are they veins or are they muscle? And I want to know that from looking at the monochromatic mask or sculpture. But what they are is well sculpted. This side, these are nicely raked out, and these look like wrinkles. This side, if I, just guessing, I would guess that you are actually left-handed. Or maybe you turned it and you were able to work on this better with your right hand, whereas these look a little bit tool marky. See how that's not as raked out? And it looks more like you just dragged a tool through it. So keep that in mind, but it looks, this left side is done very well, and the right side is done, it's done, but it's not as technically good. But that's a great mask. I love your nose wrinkles. This is something that I tried to get on mine, and I'm just not as, I'm not refined enough to do this well, and you actually did this very well. So are you left-handed? I'm very interested to know. From your sculpture, I would guess that you are left-handed. But that's a great mask, and I cannot wait to paint it, hair it, and wear it, because I will set this up with my Wolfman costume as one of my new Wolfman masks. So that is a critique on a nicely solid mask. One more thing that I would like to see, I would like to see a better line. Where do you cut that eye out? You have a good line up top of where you cut it out, but in the bottom, this all blends right up into there. So I would like to see a better delineation of where you're supposed to cut that. Or else you can get into the issue of, oh, I cut out too much, I cut the other one to match, and then, you know, you bounce back and forth.
Okay, I'm going to try and catch up. We've had some conversation while you teach.
Yeah.
Chad said those were supposed to be wrinkles.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so, let me scroll down here. Make sure I've got all this is pertaining to what you just did. Okay. Alan, I really like your honest critique.
Thank you. That's how we all get better. That's 100% how we all get better. Just a good critique of work that we're doing.
Glad you like the shirt, Benson. Michael Lassiter. Yeah, you just send those right here. Chad Smith says, is it going to be a Skeletor mask?
That's Rodney's mask, and it will not be a Skeletor. It's just a good skull that he did.
Cobweb says that he sees a compass. I don't know, that might, maybe Chad's, no, I think he means looking at Chad's.
Oh, yeah, that would make an excellent Krampus. It would make an excellent Krampus.
Jerry, I don't think I am buffering. You might go out of YouTube and come back on and see if that resets it.
Yeah, that's not us.
I do not have any extracurricular Wi-Fi bandwidth eaters on right now, so I don't think Monster Maker Ed Head.
Yeah, and that mask seems a little small to me. But I have a big head, so maybe it's perfectly human sized. Something perfectly human sized would be small on me.
Nicholas Ventura on the plaster repair says, yeah, I'm gonna have to order real plaster.
Yeah, you know what? If it's within a 3 or 4 hour drive, do it. Yeah, you'll pay double in shipping. Find a store that sells it, and then get there. Hide the hints.
Cobweb says, yes, we think as sculptors, not as mask wearers.
Many people do. Many people do. I think I'm a mask wearer because that was my job. I wore a mask for 40 hours a week for 7 years of my life. That was my job. I wore a mask. Maybe I'm trying to sell shirts, honey. Maybe I'm trying to pimp swag, wife.
Chad says, I agree and I see all your points and I will use all that info in the future.
That's what we do. We get better. I remember the first zombie mask that you brought me to show me. He would bring me a mask pretty much every year to HC and say, what do you think of this? What can I do better? And he never showed up with the attitude of, look at how awesome this is. He showed up with, how can I improve this? What can I do to make this better? And that's the attitude that I have, and I certainly appreciate when I'm making a mask now, it being my 2000th mask of my career. Okay. I need to base out Rodney's skull. But if I'm basing that out, I might as well base out the goat. You okay, love? Is there someone else I need to base out while I'm doing this? No.
Nicholas says, I just searched and there's a pretty big ceramic shops here in Philly. They have hydrocal.
Awesome. That is where you need to go. That is what you got to do. Call them first because times are crazy.
John O'Brien says, artists do critiques. Kenny P says, I sculpted a mask and the stuff Alan said during critique. Now I am turning mine around and looking at Kenny P.
Well,
Chad says, thanks for the compliments, everyone. I really appreciate it. I hope you did good enough for someone to carry my mask. Or maybe you can have a booth, Chad.
yeah.
Sell your own masks. Sweet.
All right.
Oh, Cobweb says, Chad, open an Etsy store. Great idea, Cobwebs. Easy enough, work from your home.
Chad, I would not mind. How much to buy a blank from you? I wouldn't mind buying another one of these and turning it into a compass. That's a great idea.
That was Cobweb's idea.
Cobwebs, he has good ideas.
He does.
I'm gonna run to the back. Wife, it's story time.
Oh dear.
Here, I can move the camera to you.
No, give me an idea of, gosh, you know? I'm-
Okay, so here's what I want you to talk about.
Okay.
Talk about the significance of the positioning of our booth in the morning
Oh.
and what that means
Oh my gosh, that's a
to
great
people's
story.
lives.
Okay, well that's really Transworld mostly.
That's right.
Okay, at Transworld, Alan has picked an area that is right next to the main doorway that the vendors come in, not the patrons, the vendors. So there's a side door that where everyone enters in. You show your pass, blah blah blah. And that is, we are the first booth that they walk past. So because of that, we have become kind of like the good morning booth is what we've ended up being called, and we're calling ourselves that. But everybody, and it is a rule if you work our booth, there are rules for our booth. And one of those rules is that in the morning, no matter how tired you are, no matter how many days, if this is day 1 or day 4, if you partied too hard or whatever it is, you fake it till you make it. And when people are walking by, they're not the patrons, they're the fellow booth staff and vendors and even the janitorial people and the convention center people. Anybody who walks by, you say good morning. Anybody. And you say it and you mean it. And it has literally become a tradition for Still Beast that you're going to get a cheerful and sincere good morning. Now,
Unless you look really pissed off.
unless you
or
look like,
hungover.
unless you're hungover and you're not feeling it, or you're,
Then we go,
or you're a friend like, like Tater or someone where giving him a different greeting is what he expects
he
and
gets a pantsing.
what he gets. But as for a rule, though, it's kind of easy, even though everybody's working hard and everybody's tired. It's we just want to start the day off for everybody saying, look, energy's a choice. We're going to choose it, and we're tired too, but we're gonna. There's a reason why we hauled all this stuff here, drove here, and are ready to work and make it an awesome day. Because really, the toughest part, you get there and you're so it's exhausting, but then people start showing up and it's thrilling. Working the booth is, you no longer see the show floor. Those days are over. Never see the show floor again. But what you do get is you get to meet so many amazing people. And I think that's probably one of the side aspects of the booth at Trans World that we love so much. We love our area and we love people to come by and say hello. And because you're putting a name to it, a face to a name that you probably know. So I know we're still missing Trans World. If you guys make Trans World next year, it's very easy to find our booth, and I really hope that you come by and say hello. It is always a busy booth. We have a lot of fun stuff going on, but don't ever say, well, he was too busy. We still want to meet you. We still want you to come by.
Yeah.
And that is why we are the Good Morning booth. I was wondering where that was. I think it's vanity. You wanted to show off your shirt.
I'm just framing the eye. I don't even need a back brace. I'm just framing this eye.
Again.
So it looks good.
Vanity. All right, back to you.
Oh, looks better. Yeah, holding my innards in place. I love it when my innards are in place.
Your innards are everywhere.
Hashtag Alice innards.
How much is a small booth at Trans World for MHC?
Trans World about $1,200, MHC about $600. Yeah.
I thought about an Etsy store, but I'm like Alan. I love to make stuff, but my wife is the internet savvy one. Says Chad. They're encouraging him to make an Etsy store. Taylor enjoy a pantsing. Well, okay, Michael, you get what I'm saying. He'd say a cheerful good morning to Tater, but he's probably going to get some kind of a special gesture for Tater, because it's Tater. That's the way that works. Yes, Stacy, next year, and you're going to blow the doors off that place.
Woohoo!
You will. Next year. It's
Don't
all
even
coming.
need doors.
It's all coming. John C. says, I was watching 3 Trans World videos today. That's true.
Awesome.
Have you heard anything about Monster Day in Greeley this year? Very little info on the event website.
I think they're waiting to see. That's my guess. I'm close to where I'm going to have to call Ed and find out. Because if that weekend is free, then I could use that to do training at a haunted house. But boy, would I rather go to Greeley over make money. And I love training for a haunted house too, in all honesty.
We'll go fishing.
Yeah.
Chad says, everything you have helped me with, Alan, I would have a hard time charging you for it.
Well, then charge me cost.
Charge shipping.
Yeah, shipping and materials.
Larry Hughes says, have you tried playing the VHS yet?
I haven't tried yet. I've had a busy week with family in town.
Is overspray not a problem with latex mask paint? I've noticed many mask makers don't use any type of a paint treatment. Good question.
It can be over time. If I'm doing one like this and I'm using a very little airbrush, I don't have a ton. When I'm using the big sprayer and I'm using it inside, yeah, it gets foggy in here for sure. But I have two air scrubbers on and I have them going, and I'm using a very little airbrush, and I'm doing two masks. Now I just set up an outdoor spraying station. When I do large amounts of basing, we do it outside now. Now, I don't even know why I'm painting all up in here, because I know that's all hair. I have several things to use this goat for. None of them are skin all the way. That's not true.
Hello, Masato K.
Hello!
Alan, if you had an area on a latex mask that you wanted to look wet or slimy, what would you use to make that cheap?
Okay, so there is clear construction adhesive, clear Gorilla Glue silicone construction adhesive, and it's not actually silicone. It's 100% crystal clear construction adhesive from Gorilla Glue Company, but it's in a caulking tube, okay? So that's one. That's what I use for drool. If I just want it to look wet, then I use this stuff here. Liquitex High Gloss Varnish, right there. I might also use Glossifier, which I don't have any right here, it's on the wall. I might also use Glossifier, which is from Plastidip in a spray can. That works pretty well. I might also use Wet from Fright Props. Fright Props is a company, and they have a product called Wet, which is very nice.
Is Transworld in St. Louis?
It is.
Have you used PermaBlood on latex, and have you had any issues?
I've never used PermaBlood. I'm cheap. I use it on some set because some other haunted houses bought it, but I don't. It's wonderful. It's the best it is at what it does.
What does the outside spraying station look like? Is it enclosed at all?
No, it's on the back porch of the shop. I've shown it in a couple videos, and I will gladly show it again. Probably not tonight because you wouldn't see it, because dark. Stacy, I'm right here by the thing. Thank you for posting those links. You're amazing. Scott, you're amazing.
Michael Lassiter's been helping too.
Michael Lassiter, also amazing. I'm surrounded by amazing people. That's how this works.
Your notifications are up.
Okay, sorry. They're up because I'm mad at you guys. It's not good. That should all be on vibrate now. Okay. Masato, question for you, sir. You sent me some t-shirt files. I'm gonna throw them on a shirt, and then let's see what happens. And if people want to sell the Sculptor mask, T-shirt, I mean, if they want to buy that, then I will cut you in on some action if that's okay with you, and if that was your intent. I don't know if that was your intent, but I know I want myself one of those shirts. So let me know, and we'll figure it out.
Asada said, yes, sir.
Okay.
Gordon says, enjoy the remainder of the weekend.
Hooray.
Asada says, do you want me to lighten it up? I can.
I don't think so. Let me take a better look at it tomorrow, and I'll give you some feedback. I might even do it tonight.
He said that's 100% all you. Asada did.
Well,
Stacy needs shirts.
oh, she said she wants one?
For reasons.
The reason being, it's cool.
And awesome.
Okay. We now have 2 black nets.
Oh, Lisa sends the super chat $9.99. She says, "Paint nights are my favorite. Thanks for Saturday night fun."
Hooray! I also enjoy paint nights. This is a nibble to death by a duck night. So, hey, let's go look at Frankenstein.
Isato says, maybe I can take one of your classes when I get out to Texas.
Come on, brother.
Sweet Loa says, thank you for the info on working with motors last week. I'm fully involved with them. Sweet logo.
Cool. Yeah, I ordered these shirts the day that I put them up because I wanted color, and I got mine today. And Monster Maker shirt I made after, so note about this type of garbage bag, these contractor bags, no foam sticks to it. So it is the best thing to put pressure on the foam and stuff with. Also, these are great for concrete. You can put these over wet concrete and then use a stick or trowel or whatever to push in fake blocks. It doesn't really stick to that either. Okay, that's a nice base. Nice and full in the back of the head. No distortion. I feel good about that. Least favorite part is cleaning out the tub. And it's clean. This is how much table I have to work with. This is a 6-foot-long table that's full of other crap.
Thomas R. says, gotta love polypropylene. Magic Sculpt doesn't stick to it also.
Yeah, it's the best. Like I'm cutting the world's ugliest cake.
What time do you get in the shop?
I hope to be in the shop and working before 10 a.m.
You wanna do a little push and cleanup tomorrow? I can help you.
Oh, that's possible.
Oh, great, Scott.
Great,
Glad
Scott.
You got your, great, Scott. Glad you got your shirt. You would like, I would be glad to. We could certainly do this again real fast and clear this area off here.
Yeah.
Get you some.
It seems like that'll hold up well.
Right,
Yeah.
fine. Let's knock that out. Demon Face 666. Hi, my name is Rick and I live in Chicago. I've been watching your videos for the past, and I learned a lot. You do great work. I airbrush and I make animatronics. I'm interested in the mask, world, and makeup.
Well, very cool. That's awesome. Good to meet you, Rick. What's his YouTube name again? Satan.
Demon Face 666.
Demon Face. Demon Face.
Chad says that he will message you about another blank.
Yeah.
Hello, Pinshot. You're knocking out a bunch of little things tonight, aren't you?
Yes.
Good. That'll make way for big things. You have coffee and shop clean in the morning.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited about clean shop.
Wife has missed the shop.
I have
She's been very. I saw some Pinshot just type hi Demon Face, and probably just because he wanted to type Demon Face, because it's a fun thing to type.
Hi, Pinshot. Yes, I am back. Alan's been on his own a bit.
I've been unsupervised,
You have been unsupervised.
so today I'm wearing pants.
Adios, pantalones. The Pinshot said, "You got me."
It's just fun to type Demon Face. I don't blame you. Isn't that? That's a nice, classy little bust that sit there and be good.
Looks good. Good, clean. Look from Frankenstein's monster. Says you got me, but so did Stacy. She also wanted to say, "Hey, Demon Face."
Yeah.
She says he knew. That's why I said it.
His name was like Paul or something. You guys might have said, hey, hi. But everyone wants to type out Demon Face. Exciting.
Demon Face says, just to add, I'm also a musician. I play drums for a death metal, and I love monsters. We have musicians on here. You
Cool.
should see Ezekiel. He is also a musician.
He too
And
likes
Stacy
to use that.
is a musician.
Yes. We have a whole band.
Have you done many other classic monsters or movie-inspired monsters? I know there is a few in the monster museum.
Wolfman, Nosferatu, Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Hunchback.
a Hunchback, yes. I've done a lot, yeah. I love classic monsters, and I've probably done like 40 werewolves.
Good night, Jerry.
I'm waiting for us to get a person on the live stream who's like, yeah, I play the bassoon for death metal bands. Okay. And we've had some ukulele people.
97 people are watching.
97 people. Man. I went live on.
Oh, a hurdy-gurdy would be awesome in metal. That is so, that's so,
Who said that?
oh, Yoda. That's fantastic. A hurdy-gurdy is an amazing instrument.
Yeah, they are.
That is so cool. Spastic says, I see Gilbert and Sullivan.
Hooray!
Go classic. Yoda says, I'd use it myself, but I can't afford it. Kenny P says, more cowbell.
I am fully capable of playing the cowbell, except for the whole sense of rhythm and timing. Aside from that, I would be an excellent cowbell player. My talent does not lie in the musical spectrum.
Ross. Ross Rucker. I'll bring my triangle.
There you go.
Pinshot says I play the roadie. Every band needs one pinshot.
That's right. Whatever you're into, we won't judge.
Spastic says, I was gonna say I don't play, but I do a little ukulele and I have a kazoo. There's the weirdest things in metal. Jeff O'Toole had a flute. That's true. You know what they call the guy who hangs around the band? Kitty P.
Band-Aid.
A bass player, Kitty.
A bass player.
The drummer. Michael Ashley says, I play guitar in a band called Collaborative Rock and Blues Society. We call ourselves Crabs. It's not even a joke.
Nice.
Good night, Commissar. I saw a video on YouTube today of a guy playing Nothing Else Matters but the Power Draw on medieval instruments. It was pretty cool.
Cool.
Kenny P says he plays the heck out of every air instrument. Him. Ross says, I want to hear a slide whistle and death metal song. Happen and Mojo can play the theremin.
Nice. I own a theremin.
Alan, have you seen the Woodstock movie? The werewolf makeup is really good.
I have. Yes, I have. Wolf Cop is either on Prime or Shudder, and I put it on every now and then in the shop for fun.
Stephen Bishop says, Snarl on Prime. Funny and a good werewolf.
What's it called?
Snarl.
Skull?
Snarl.
Oh, I have seen that one. That's good. Okay. Frank is clean. And I'm going to give him a quick naphtha wipe, and then I can base him out. And hopefully by then, the others will be dry. It's time for naphtha rags. That's what we call them naphtha rags.
There's another mask maker I know you're familiar with, Scott Blake, Your Dream Creations. He does great work.
Yes. There are many mask makers who do awesome work. Okay. Remember, guys, always wear gloves when you're using naphtha.
those who like esoteric metal, I strongly recommend Baby Metal. J-pop plus metal equals surprisingly good, says African Mojo. Bondman says, question. If I use silicone thinned with odorless mineral spirits to mold a sculpt made out of monster clay, would it react to the mineral spirits?
It will soften the clay a little bit, but you will get some softening of the clay. So just be cautious.
Demon Face says, I will be a great mask maker one day. Just keep practicing, that's all. And watch these awesome live streams.
Heck yeah, thank you, sir.
Does alcohol work also to clean the mask after dremeling?
No, because the naphtha actually melts it a little bit. So like you can't see that seam now because I dremeled the heck out of it and then I wiped it down with naphtha. And whatever was left over, the naphtha just melts away and eats. Probably tells you how good it is for your skin. But what do you do? One thing I didn't hit was this one up here. For the amount of time invested, you cannot get a better seam than a felt wheel on a Dremel and then a naphtha wipe down. Ooh, okay. Oh, naphtha rag, I'm for your vapors. Enigma. Yes, I am.
What bit are you using on that Dremel?
It is a felt wheel. It is a felt. It is a felt head. I buy them from Amazon. They come in a package like this, and these are all different felt tips. If I were a different type of person, I could change the heads and make sure I get those crevices with small ones. Only use these big ones on big areas, but that's not me. I just pick one and go. So, yeah. The felt head. Wonderful. Amazon. Box of 30. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 10:12 p.m.
Looks like Alan's performing an operation on Frank. Well, fresh latex stick to old latex.
If you clean the old latex, it will.
What's easier to work with, silicone or latex?
Boy. I'd probably say silicone is easier to work with as long as you follow the rules. Silicone is like gremlins. It's got rules. You don't follow the rules, bad things happen.
Will hydrocal, old hydrocal stick to you?
If you use a bonder fortifier like Acryl 60.
Hello, Taya.
Hey, Kirk.
Steve Bishop says, so I got my Sure-Bond glue gun. I was using it on my biohazard victim and got 2 blisters on the tips of my fingers. I guess I should train my hands with a heat gun like Alan.
That's right. That's right. It's training. Yeah, man, those Sure-Bonder glue guns are no joke. But they're awesome.
Let's see.
Honey, I'm gonna have you update my list tomorrow too.
We'll do that.
I don't know if this Frankenstein is black and white or color.
I do have that.
It's a little bit humid here because it rained really hard yesterday. So things are not drying as fast as I'd like.
This was not an internet, so I'll find out.
I'll be right back. When I was dremeling just now, I got a hunk of latex up my nose. Had to blow my nose.
How many rules are with silicone and what's the main rule?
Silicone and latex are not friends. That's the main rule. And if it's going to touch your skin, it has to be platinum pure silicone. Tin pure silicone is for mold making only.
Is that skeleton, Skeletor?
No, it is not. This is a Rodney Pope skeleton. That one is Skeletor.
Mainly mixing inhibitions are the biggest rules, then high four is the third, in my opinion, says it.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Michael Astor says, I used your Sure-Bond glue gun at Transworld last year. Yep, you almost never saw it again. Is your base paint a mixture?
Yes, it is. It is 1/3 casting latex, 1/3 distilled water, and 1/3 latex house paint from Home Depot.
Hey, Cactus Jack, it rained so hard. I'm in Abilene, so we got hit very hard. Cactus Jack. Enigma says, when are you going to sell full shoulder to head armatures on the site?
Full shoulder to head I may not do. I don't necessarily like those. I don't know.
I'm thinking.
It won't be this year. How's that sound? It won't be this year. So we're about to launch Beast FX, and we have a lot of stuff planned for Beast FX. I didn't plan on doing those, but I guess I could. It wouldn't be hard. But I think that market is pretty well covered. Mosher has a good one, and I think he's got the best. And then there's the Ed Head, which is a little small in my opinion, but it's good. And then Asylum Props also has some, although he does not advertise them very well at all. So right now it is 10:15, 10:20? 10:20. These guys that I have painted are not drying. I think I'm just going to wrap for the night.
Let me finish these questions.
Okay, let's have a question
Let's
session.
do a quick question session before you do, because we have to.
And I'll get all this stuff finished tomorrow after I mold my masks.
Tomorrow will be a good drier day.
Yes.
We had so much rain last night. Okay. Happening Mojo says, the main rules with silicone or silicone only sticks to silicone. Make sure certain ingredients are not present to inhibit cure. For example, sulfur.
Or latex, yes.
Alan, do you have a good recipe for me to get some gory looking guts and stuff, like something I can mix into a pre-made blood to give it some dimension and make it a more robust overall?
What I like to do, look at my thinned naphtha thinning silicone caulk. You can thin silicone caulk with naphtha and then add oil paints to it or acrylic paint to it, and you'll get a nice goopy gutty blood mixture that will dry, and it looks really nice. You can also just allow chunks of the silicone to dry separately and then mix them in, and you'll get some nice clear viscera in there. So I like silicone caulk thin with naphtha for my chunks. And bits of plastic bag. Shred like a thin plastic bag, a clear plastic bag, and put that in there, because that's that like caul type tissue that that's plastic bag is really nice in those kind of mixes.
So Enigma says, so I can't get a good mask hold if I used tin silicone. Can you explain the main differences?
Well, cost is the main difference. But Platinum Cure silicone, it actually has platinum in it. That's one of the reasons why silicone is so expensive. If you took all of the platinum in the world and you put it in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, it would be just above your ankles. So platinum is very expensive because it's a pretty rare material. Tin Cure silicone, well, tin is, I believe that tin is from bauxite, the same stuff that like aluminum foil or tin foil is from, and that's very easy to get. So tin is very cheap. So Tin Cure silicone is much cheaper. But in order to keep it emulsified for so long, they use different chemicals, and the chemicals that they use in Tin Cure silicone will leach out over time. And often they use heavy metals and like arsenic. So if you're wearing a mask made out of Tin Cure silicone, arsenic and other dangerous chemicals are leaching into your skin over time. So cannot recommend that. Not healthy, not good for you. As a makeup artist, you could get sued, and rightfully so, for endangering something. Platinum Cure silicone, the way that it cures and kicks, which is often faster than Tin Cure. Tin Cure normally takes longer. It does it in such a way where there's no leaching of harmful chemicals.
Beast effects, does that mean that claws and gloves?
Claws and gloves are actually through Stilt Beast, and they are coming, but I haven't put them out yet. Claws and gloves are coming. If you need claws or gloves, just let us know and we'll send you an invoice and I'll get them to you. I do them with costumes now all the time and with werewolf masks and things, but I just don't have them on the site because I don't want to be overwhelmed with them. And the main reason for that is money. If I sold 10 pairs of clawed werewolf gloves, I would make the same amount of profit as if I sold 2 masks. And it takes actually a little bit more work to make the werewolf gloves. A little more cost, a little more effort. So I don't want to be overwhelmed with those orders because it's not as cost effective for me. But yeah.
This is Lisa, she said Heptaron needs gloves.
Heptaron does need gloves, and I will probably do some sculpting to make a couple hand sets to go with some different characters of latex gloves.
Happening Mojo says usually Tin Cure silicone have fungicides and other harsh chemicals. Now that is where I differ. I think aquarium silicone crawl is just as good as platinum cure as it is used in aquariums. But I only do dioramas and maquettes, not masks.
Yeah, I wouldn't, because I mean, you're going to get into, you want to have a blame chain, and if a actor breaks out a rash after wearing a mask from you, you want to be able to say, I use platinum cure silicone, I use the right stuff.
Do you know about Berman Industries?
Absolutely. I know Rob Berman. Yeah.
In your opinion, is urethane just as good as silicone for molding? I can't see a real difference.
A lot of the difference is in the stretch. Some urethanes have good stretch, and the urethane technology is getting better. But in general, silicone still has better elasticity. And normally you can get silicone in lower durometers. I don't know of a 00 or 10 durometer urethane, but I do know about plenty of 0, 00, and 10 durometer silicones. So they're softer.
Okay. Is Berman Industries still open?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, I think they are. Wait. Hold on a second. I thought I just bought something from them, but what I bought was from BJB. So I may not have ordered from Berman in a while.
Okay. And I know it depends on the size of the mold, but how much latex do you think you need on hand to fill a full head mask?
Have a 5-gallon bucket. You'll probably use 2.5 to 3 gallons on a mask, but get a 5-gallon bucket because it just makes sense. You're going to want to fill it up more than once, and trying to do gallon jugs back and forth. Get a 5-gallon bucket, make your life easier.
Pinshot says the website's not open anymore. The Berman Industries.
Well, they might have shut down just due to COVID.
Right.
California, I mean, it's California. They're like, I just had Californians in my household. They view things a little bit differently than the rest of the world. And they have higher safety standards. So it's quite possible that they just had to shut down for a while due to COVID. And maybe they'll kick right back up. I am unaware.
Demon's Face says, I'm actually writing this all down. It's good information.
Well, that's why my wife said, no, you can't stop yet. We have to answer questions.
Here, you can.
Because my wife is smart.
We have questions, you must answer them. Okay.
Are we caught up?
You're good.
All right, we are caught up on questions. Thank you guys. My goat is drying, Rodney's skull is drying, and Display Frank is drying. So tomorrow I'll get those painted, as well as Moldapalooza. Moldapalooza has to happen first. So tomorrow night will be a hard paint night. We just got in here kind of late, long day. You guys are awesome. Take care. Wife, say good night.
Good night, comrades.
And I say, go make stuff.